welcome everybody to our channel based on management and communication. My name's Peter Shale. I've been in the construction industry, combining of rail and heavy civils for the last 20 years. Currently work for a global organisation working on highways, and I'm currently based in the UK. My colleague, Mohammed, who is also my business partner on this channel.
My name is Mohammed Khan. I'm a chartered civil engineer. I've been working in the construction industry within the UK for the last, over 30 years. My passion is delivery of not only within the civil engineering, but also how we can improve management and communication skills. I will just go into the purpose of the channel. As a starting question, what is management? Well, it has many definitions in terms of what management is, but Pete and I agree on it's effectively the process for aligning resources to achieve a common goal. But not only that, keeping those resources motivated to achieve the goal. So Pete, if I can ask you a question, who do you think are leaders, great leaders in the last 100 to 200 years?
Good question. Likes of Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Winston Churchill, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, just putting it out there.
Yeah, some great individuals there. But if you look at those people, their approach to delivery can be very, very different from each other. So if you took people like Winston Churchill, Abraham Lincoln, perhaps even Martin Luther King, they were very dynamic people, very forceful in delivery. Their speeches were very, you could feel the passion and you could see how the audience resonated. On the other hand, if you look at some of the other people that you mentioned, like Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, they had a very different approach to the delivery. So Mahatma Gandhi, with his passive attitude, he was still able to achieve the goal, but in a very, very different way. So that seems to suggest to us that the art of management and communication to achieve our goals can be done by different methods. And we can learn from these people to improve our own delivery, both in work, business, and in personal life. So this channel will primarily cover those two aspects, the management aspect and communication aspect. Pete, do you want to go into a bit more about why communication and management are important?
Absolutely, thanks Mohammed. Both management and communication have probably never been more bewildering, complex or challenging in the modern day. Two of the most important skills for any organisation, and within, as Mohammed mentioned, in your personal life also. You might think, oh, Pete, I know how to communicate. I've been talking since I've been 2-3 years old. Why do I need to learn to talk to people? Well, that's the trap you fall into, unfortunately, is every situation you come across in life presents a different way of communicating within that situation. How you manage that communication also comes into play, which they are both skills and they are learnt skills. Part of communication is being a good listener. You know, that's a skill in itself, actually listening to somebody and being able to carry out what you've listened to, or empathise with people when you're talking to them about what they're talking about. If they need you to understand, or they need somebody to listen and actually show that they care, rather than looking at somebody, for instance, and then going, yeah, okay, looking at your phone, yeah, okay, yeah, and actually looking the person in the eye. There's all these skills that we lose over time, from an early age. Yes, I can talk to people. The way I talk to you at the moment, the way I'm talking to Mohammed at the moment on this channel, may be completely different to the way I talk to people in my social group when I'm out socialising. It might be completely different, the language I use when I'm talking to directors within the organisation that I'm working in at the moment. So they're all skills, and they're all key skills. And what we hope to do on the channel is pick the two most important ones in our mind and our experience to pass on to you guys, to give you a good footing and understanding when you go out into the wider world, that you've got these nuggets of information throughout the life cycle of this channel, and it builds up a bigger picture. So we hope to do it in 10-15 minute blocks. We're not going to overwhelm people with half an hour videos. We're going to break them down into chunks and go into detail. So what does body language look like? That's a 10 or 15 minute video on its own. Non-verbal communication, it all comes into play, and we'll break it down. Management techniques, project management, it's all relevant to the channel and what with the message we're trying to get across to you guys. Our combined experience is 50 years in the industry. We've got things to learn as well as ourselves as we go through these channels, and we're constantly developing. I don't think there's anyone that can turn around and say they know everything about everything. We've all got areas we could improve on. And for us, this is a platform to improve ourselves and grow as individuals. And then within our organisation that we're creating here on YouTube. Mohammed, back over to you.
So the sort of topics that we'll cover, I think you've already outlined quite a few bits there, Pete. But time management, that we could all do with using our time more effectively. So we'll cover that. Communication, we've already talked about. Pete's gone into the various aspects of communication. So we'll be spending a lot of time going through the various effective methods of communicating. Digital technology, over the last 2 to 3 years, it's almost become part and parcel of how we do work, how we do business. So we need to really understand how to use it in its best form. Meetings, how do we manage meetings? How can we contribute more properly in meetings? So we'll cover that. Scheduling and time we've already talked about. And how to keep teams motivated will be a topic that we will also try to cover. As we mentioned earlier on, the definition of management is the management of resources to achieve the end goal. But not only that, how do you keep them motivated? Especially if you're on projects that run on for multiple years. I'm working on one that's currently, it can go on for another 2-3 years, and it's already been going for 4 or 5 years. So how do you keep teams motivated? But not only that, how do you keep your family team motivated? How do you keep your children motivated? So we will try to cover motivation as well as a part of it. The subject matter is vast. We're going to try to pick the topics that we think will give the most value to people and deliver those, as Peter said, in short chunks. We will also try to bring on experts within this field that can help both me and Pete to understand better some of the topics, and also may be useful for yourself to listen into subject matter experts that can provide golden nuggets for all of us. So do you want to summarize, Pete?
Yeah, so there is a nutshell. Thank you, Mohammed. So yeah, it's going to be a series of videos over the course of the coming months, potentially years. Please like and subscribe, share. We're going to be here for a while. If there's anything you'd like us to cover that you don't think we've covered in enough detail, or we haven't covered at all, that's relevant to yourself, the more interest we get over a singular subject, we'll try and cover as much as we can within the future videos. So yeah, subscribe, like, share, leave a comment down below. There will be other media platforms coming out as we develop the channel, which we'll put links in the comment section below so you can access those as well. But please be kind. It's our first time out, so yeah, only polite comments, please, and positivity all the way. And that's it, really, guys. Yeah. So thanks for watching. We hope to see you in the future. Anything more from you, Mohammed?
No, I'm just excited about the channel,
Me too.
and I'm excited about learning all the topics that we've sort of outlined here.
Yeah.
So
It's going to be a great journey. It's going to be a great journey, I think.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Everybody, and welcome to the channel on communicate management and stop recording. Start that again, man.